Dueling Venezuelan protests outside Manhattan federal court Thursday and fiery exchanges inside the courtroom between 92-year-old Judge Alvin Hellerstein, federal prosecutors, and the legal team for ousted Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro. Maduro's lead defense attorney, Barry Pollock, arguing that the entire case should be dismissed because the U.S. government has blocked efforts by Maduro and his wife to access Venezuelan government-based funds for their legal defense. Pollock, quote, "The only remedy is dismissal." Judge Hellerstein, quote, "I'm not going to dismiss the case." Both sides agreeing with the judge that this case is unique. Assistant U.S. Attorney Kyle Wershba pushing for the government's desire to see the Maduros rely on federal public defenders for their defense, telling the court, quote, "It's a matter of foreign policy and national security." The judge countering, quote, "We are doing business with Venezuela." The prosecutor later adding, quote, "They are accused of plundering the funds of Venezuela." The judge, quote, "But the accusations are now overwhelmed by the trial and the need to prepare for the trial." Defense attorney Pollock later making the argument the oil-rich nation reportedly has some $18 billion in new oil sales revenue, which he argues the Maduros should be able to access to fund their defense. The judge, quote, "It would be such a serious step based on a hypothetical that I don't think we should get into it now. My decision will be reserved."
If the judge unfreezes a portion of the assets, then the United States government doesn't have to pay for Maduro's defense.
Trial attorney David Schwartz weighs in on what could happen now that Judge Hellerstein has stated he will not dismiss the case.
I think the judge can reasonably get to that result by stating, look, there's no showing here that these are 100% assets from criminal activity. What the United States government did was we froze all the assets, right? How could you prove that 100% of it is from criminal activity?
And if convicted of drug trafficking and narco-terrorism charges, Nicolás Maduro and his wife could spend the rest of their lives in prison. At federal court in Lower Manhattan, Jay Dow, Pix 11 News.
Jay.